Welcome to Steven Super Siler to the program today. Getting ready to fight Andre Harrison, Titan 37. Of course, can be seen. The fight's up there in Washington. You're in Utah. My understanding is that the pit elevated it's still around, but it's kind of falling apart a little bit as a team. Is that correct?
That's correct. And so what's been happening is, Coach Mortlick that was here, um, the gym got new owners and they figured he was making more than he should. So they offered to make him a pay cut. He obviously rejected and then he ended up leaving. So to kind of open up his own gym, the majority of the team, actually all the team went with him, except me and Court, where we kind of decided, the team really wasn't. We kind of felt like the team was kind of avoiding going with us. They didn't really like getting beat up when they did, or they didn't. We felt like they didn't like the work really. Um, so we stayed behind. Everyone else left, and now we kind of just work around our own schedules. And then Ramsey ended up moving back from California, so he'll come in on occasion. And then Jardine, who actually lives with me, will come in as well, and he's kind of been like an assistant coach type more than anything.
So how's that work out with your wife and your son and you and now Brock all living in the same house?
It's nice actually. We got a decent sized house. Brock has his daughter, uh, so they live upstairs. And then downstairs it's actually me, my wife, my son, and then her brother also lives across the hall from us. Um, with him, he has a baby mama drama, which he's still with. But then they also have their third baby boy that's on the way here in the next week or two, and they're here quite a bit as well. So we definitely have a house full of babies.
Yeah, for sure. Jeez. And then children with you and Brock, you're still two more kids. So it's like every time you turn around, it's the wives are and the baby's mamas are having to deal with a bunch of kids all at once. That's crazy.
Yeah, we have all the kids are under 5, so it's gonna be what, 4 kids under 5 years old all staying here.
Jeez, wow. How do you get through training then with all that noise and all the extra energy you have to spend on watching your kids and watching everybody else's kids and all that? Like, how does training happen then?
Dude, training's been the best it's ever been. Jaden, my son, comes to the gym with me every day. It's hilarious. He gets right into the ring, puts on a random pair of boxing gloves, and just starts going around the ring like he's a fighter. His favorite thing to do is watch WWE wrestling or UFC. So anything to do with violence, he's like watching it. So we'll be training, me and Court will, and then like mid training, if we're like doing a drill or something, he stops, watches us, and then the bell rings, he starts doing his own little thing. But then the bell rings, he stops and watches us again. So it's hilarious.
That's awesome. Now, with Court, he would take off sometimes and go over to Hackleman's place over in California and spend a couple weeks like of every training camp to get his final little instructions in. But you seem to give a full household. Are you able to do the same thing and go spend some time with Hackleman?
I would. I have. It's been a while since I've been able to. And so one of the biggest part of that's changed for me lately with fighting is I actually got a part-time job where I'm working now. So before I had the freedom of going out to Hackleman's place and training out there for a few weeks at a time. Where now I have a job and I work here from home, but still working. But I think it's done tremendous for I've won all my 5 fights since I got the job. And I think it's because I'm not really stressing about money anymore. I'm like, I got my bills paid, and it's only from 6 to 10 in the morning, so it's not really getting in the way of training. I'm able to still train twice a day. So fighting became a little bit more fun now, where I'm not stressing about making my bills and taking every fight, where I'm able to just fight, have fun, take risk, and do my thing.
So what's the job that you do from 6 in the morning to 10 in the morning?
Credit repair. It's just sit there on the computer. I seriously think I just sit there and watch the WWE Network all day, and then take calls.
Perfect. Okay, good. So it fits in. It's not strenuous. It gets you around your training times, and so everything works out. That's nice. It's really good. I like to hear that. So now what's going to happen with Andre Harrison? Let's talk about him for a little bit. He's your next opponent. He's a gym rat. He's in the gym all the time. If he's not training at the gym, he's sitting there running the desk at the gym, or he's teaching classes at the gym. Like he's a legitimate, gym rat. He will not leave the gym and just loves being there. You're on the opposite end of it, where you have like an outside life that you have to kind of deal with and take care of. How do you see him as a competitor? How do you see him as this fight coming together?
Dude, I've lived that lifestyle already, where I was the gym rat as well, teaching classes, doing everything myself. And I kind of burnt myself out a little bit, worrying about too much about fighting and all that, where it's kind of nice to take a break. I'm going on, if you include the Ultimate Fighter, this is my 50th pro fight on March 4th. So, I've been around, I've been, 9 UFC fights. I've done it all already. So I know what to prepare for. And even though he's in the gym training every day, I've already been around the block. I know what he's doing already. And so I know I'm going to be ready for it.
You have a ton more experience. You're 28-14, according to the record that I got, and that's probably wrong, but you've definitely got a lot more experience. You've seen a lot more. Is there any different kind of training you have to do for this fight? Is there any kind of different kind of anything you had to add into your training camp to get prepared?
No, didn't really do. I mean, we're focusing obviously a little bit more on wrestling because we know what kind of fighter Harrison is. So we're doing a lot more wall work. We're doing a lot more scrambling, just kind of create some things. But I mean, same train every day. I just need to make sure I'm in shape and ready for the fight, and that's what I'm going to do.
That's Steven Siler getting ready to fight Andre Harrison coming up here on Titan 37. Appreciate you coming on, man. I really, it's been good to talk to you. Finally got on. I didn't realize that the pit elevator kind of broke down like that. I thought it was still running strong because obviously court doesn't say anything about it, publicly at least. And
yeah.
So that was kind of surprising to me to hear that it kind of fell apart because that was like the staple up there in Utah.
Yeah, it's not really, it's nothing that really needs to be announced. I think really reality is, what it did do more than anything is get the core group back together because Ramsey ended up moving out to San Francisco. And Brock got hurt, and he actually had a fallout with Coach Burt like before, so he ended up getting kicked out of the gym. So more than anything, it was just a bunch of newer guys coming in, and then Deanna Bennett, who fights for Invicta, and then me and Court. We're now that Jason's out, Brock's able to come back in. That made Ramsey want to move back. And so more than anything, it brought the core guys right back together.
Right. Okay. Well, I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad things are still working out for you. Good luck on the rest of your training camp. We'll talk again soon.
Awesome. Appreciate it, man.